The opioid epidemic is taking lives every day. Tonight, panelists at a community conversation hopes to educate the public while sharing stories of the personal impacts of the opioid crisis. That's the focus of this year's Alicia Joy Techner Parenting Conference. And here to talk about this panel discussion is the event organizer, David Techner. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nice to be here.
Tell us a little bit about the Alicia Joy Techner Parenting Conference. What is it?
Well, Alicia Joy Techner was born May the 18th of 1977 and died on the 19th of January in 78. And my wife and I decided that we wanted to honor her memory in some way. And we chose to focus on the issue of parenting. After all, we were parents one minute and not parents the next. And we wanted to have people really appreciate and have the opportunity to learn how to be better parents.
So tell us a little bit about this year's parenting issue that you guys are tackling.
Well, I'm a funeral director at Ira Kaufman Chapel, and I have seen just devastation from the opioid crisis. And it's so devastating to have to deal with families of kids that, quite frankly, had no idea what they were getting themselves into, and that's a real crisis. And
you gave me an analogy, and you said that kids buying these opioids is like them doing something else that we all do, but not having any experience.
Yeah, well, it's like handing the keys to the car to a 16-year-old kid who's never driven a car before and saying, "Okay, you know where you're going. Just use your GPS and go." I mean, that's pretty dangerous. And I think what happens is they're not telling their parents they're interested in doing drugs, and the devastation of the opioid crisis is really the fact that these kids don't know who they're buying from and what they're buying, and oftentimes their parents are forced to call a funeral director and say, "My child just died."
Now, if a parent wants to begin that conversation with their child and attend the Alicia Joy Techner Parenting Conference, when and where is it?
It's at Temple, Israel, which is on Walnut Lake Road, just east of Drake, between Farmington and Drake. We expect a fairly large crowd tonight, and we're hoping that a lot of parents and their teenagers come.
Free to attend?
It's free. It's always free. And you're going to hear people that have gone through addiction and the effects of that, and the dangers of it from law enforcement. And
thank you so much, David Techner, and
appreciate
hopefully I'm sure this conference will change lives.